Hey Justin, what's up, bro? What's going on?
Boom.
Well, it's been a while since I've been here to film in your shop.
A lot has happened. A lot has happened since then.
So. Right. And I've been keeping up with your page on Instagram, and you've been having some pretty cool things that you're doing.
Yeah.
I know you have an engine out there. To me, that's a big task.
It is a big deal. You want to go check it out real quick?
Yeah.
Check it out real quick. Yeah. So, I think this is our fourth one in the past couple months. I think a fourth one. Yeah. Complete replacement.
Okay, hold on, real quick.
So yeah, like I was saying, brand new water pump, valve cover gaskets, pretty much everything you can imagine that you can replace.
Wow.
Because the engine's out. So and we have a couple of customers that will be like, hey, I want it to last at least another 2 years without having any major services, and to replace the oil pan gasket. Imagine, with the engine in the vehicle, that's a lot of work. So
because you would have to take the whole.
Well, let's say it's in the vehicle, right? But you still have to take the entire subframe off and everything, and it's a pretty big task. So
yeah, it is, and I would not. This is just my personal thing, but I know majority of people would not want to be taking off a subframe at home on jack stands. There is your DIYers that will do that, or they're very familiar with that, and they can do it, but not majority of the people.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty hefty job.
Yeah.
We offer all these extra. Gasket replacements and stuff, just to make sure they're not gonna have any troubles, any oil leak. This is like our fourth one in a very short period of time.
Yes, this is the V8. So
V8 twin turbo N63. Be aware, service it.
Yeah.
If it asks for anything, they lock up. They're very needy little girls. If you service them, they'll last. I've seen them with high miles and everything, and when they get serviced properly, man, they do pretty good.
What is the highest mileage that you've seen on one of these?
173,000 miles, and original motor. It was serviced at a good shop. For most of its life, it was serviced at BMW, but then there was an independent shop up north with that vehicle, and then they moved down here, and I was like, wow, that's a lot of miles. No smoke, no misfires or anything like that.
And that's pretty impressive for the V8.
Yeah.
I know, because you see them on Facebook.
Yep.
With locked up engines or gasket failures.
That is very true. But again, if they're serviced correctly, then these things really do last a long time. BMW knows how to make motors.
They do.
They really do.
They definitely do. Well, the E90 that I have, it's a testament to that one has been mistreated. In the previous life, it was like there was no maintenance done to it. I think I remember when I barely bought it, it had no front bump. It was just really messed up, dude.
No, they come together pretty good. And then
and when we brought the clutch here for you to install it on that one, I think
I think it was the clutch and then the slave and everything, but she's still running.
Yeah, right? She's still running. Yep.
And it's like this other example of a E90.
Yeah. This is Justin's E90. It is a very nice E90 compared to mine for sure.
Well, a lot has been done to this one. Again, I saved it from going to the junkyard as well.
Wow.
This one came in. This was actually a customer's vehicle. It was a bad flood a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It sucked up water. Like I was saying before, this car was ready to die.
For the yard.
Right?
Yeah.
But I pulled the motor out. I rebuilt it. I was just one rod that bent. I replaced the rod.
Oh, wow.
Put it all back together, new bearings, rings, everything, all new gaskets. So engine-wise, it's all new, pretty much, on internals. I reused the piston. Then I decided to maybe upgrade the turbocharging system. So and believe me, this is not a big turbo per se, but it flows very well. I mean, for being what it is, it's a PSR 3584 ball bearing turbocharger. It packs a really good punch. Apparently, it flows like 900 horsepower.
Oh, wow.
And it spools really good. Actually, the original twin turbos on this thing will spool up like at 2600. Well, this spools up like at 3000 RPM.
Oh, okay.
But even at that, there's not a lot of lag, especially with the automatic transmission, or if anybody else riding the DCT. The boost is continuous, which is really cool. So there's not a lot of lag in it. So it's a good size. It fits in the engine bay pretty well, and it fits actually a little better than your usual turbo kits, because this one is custom. I built this manifold. Yeah. I welded it. I did the downpipe. I did everything on this. So I really positioned the turbo where I wanted it.
And so I'm sorry to kind of interrupt.
No, that's fine.
I really do like how it looks I mean, it looks like it could come like this from the factory.
Yeah, no,
really, it really does.
It's tucked in the, lower than usual. It's further behind the headlight, right? I'm still waiting for a turbo guard to come in, so I'm not, just exposed like that. I made enough space between the valve cover and the chassis, so I can have a nice turbo blanket that's also coming in from turbo guard. It works out real good.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact,
definitely.
I still have some work to do. Finish the exhaust because it's a 3-inch downpipe, but I'm gonna go 3-inch all the way to the back. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Some of these hoses, it needs just a little cleanup.
Yeah.
I did move the coolant reservoir to this side. I actually made this bracket myself.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So coolant relocation kits. You don't really have to buy them if you know how to fabricate, if you know how to work on these things and what it needs. I made it myself for like $30.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Nice.
But not only that, but I'm also gonna replace this.
Okay.
So for the people out there that have a single turbo N54, you can actually use the diesel, the 335 diesel coolant reservoir tank.
Nice.
And it'll fit into this stock location. Cool. And it looks almost the same. I have it right here actually. I got a brand new radiator.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff that still needs to be on, but it looks very similar. But the way this is angled.
Oh yeah, it's different.
Yeah,
it's different. Yeah.
It'll literally fall into this area right here.
Okay.
Right, and it'll mount to here and to here, which are the stock locations. Right here. You can see it right here.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like perfect, right? It's gonna clean up a lot better, and it's not gonna be like touching the blow valve or whatever. And we can bring the power steering reservoir back to even the stock location that it was. True. So, and this is really not expensive. This is like $50-$60.
Yeah.
It's a good brand. It's a Bear, I think, or a Molly.
Yeah.
So about this thing,
it is, man. It's exciting because you don't really see. This is what I like about custom builds, that it's things you don't usually see. You can't just buy off the shelf.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's what it's all about.
and it worked out pretty good. The location of the wastegate, you can't really see it. It's really crammed in there, but the wastegate's like right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right there in the bottom. It's also a PSR wastegate. And this wastegate's pretty cool because it's like a new generation, or I don't know if it's been out or not, but that wastegate is liquid cooled. I got coolant going through that wastegate as well.
Wow, okay.
So it should help keep the temperature of the wastegate or less prone to failing or whatever the case might be.
Yes.
But yeah, that wastegate, the placement of it was perfect. I mean, everything worked out pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice.
It went smoother than what I thought it was gonna be. It really did.
Yeah.
So I do have coolant lines, so the turbo is cooled by coolant as well. Got oil, everything. It's actually more reliable now.
Wow, really?
Because with the twins, you have a bunch of
yeah. You know what? You're right on that.
Yeah, you got a bunch of lines coming in and out of each turbo, so it's 2 turbos, so it's like 8 lines, and the oil and the feed, and so there's a lot of leak points here on this one. I mean, it's just all up here. So even if something were to go bad or whatever, it's very accessible. Tear it all apart, fix it up, put it back together. So there's less points of leakage, and it's just actually more reliable.
Yeah, less points of failure for sure. Another thing is for tuning, or did you have to mess with the ECU?
So right now I have it on a over-the-shelf tune from MHD.
Okay.
Which I'm actually working on becoming a dealer with them.
Okay.
The best to me, they're the best. It's super easy, friendly. It may not be the best over-the-shelf tunes that you can find, but the versatility of it is amazing. So I'm in the works with them. I still need to tune that M6 that's out there, and I'm gonna be using MHD. But yeah, over-the-counter MHD Stage 2 tune. It allows me to drive, no chicken July. It's all perfect.
Nice.
But I am gonna get a custom tune, and the cool thing about it is that once I'm ready for the custom tune, there's this new option with your MHD for single turbo, single bank fueling, which instead of having 402 sensors, you only have two of them. Oh, okay. And that'll be enough for the tuner to be able to, get your fueling correct.
Yeah.
It does. You do need to rewire a couple of things on the DME, but it's like 3 wires. It's super easy. There's plenty of information online about it. So, I mean, it just made sense to use MHD. It was amazing. You can do it from your phone. In my case, I'm going to get that screen. Yeah. And I'll be able to, have my boost, my gauges, my boost, my temperature, all on the screen. True. Right? On the new Android
new one.
supporting,
Yeah.
So it's just going to be amazing. It's going to be perfect. Cool. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, for tuning, it shouldn't be an issue. Like I said, I'm not even worried about it. Haven't really pushed it, but I have rolled into boost. I'm assuming like it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, especially because I forgot to mention I got the T51 R mod on the compressor side of the turbo.
Nice.
So it sounds like a jet.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's just something that I always wanted to do. Plus, it's something that I needed to do for the shop because this way we can show everybody what we really can do. That, you know, sometimes you can't really appreciate the things that we do because we don't even have time sometimes to upload. But we know what we're doing when it's talking about BMWs enough to, you know, provide a good service.
No, you do. I mean, the times I've taken, I've bought the BMWs to you. I've had full confidence in your work, and I don't feel like, oh man, is he gonna leave it okay, or you know, am I even gonna be able to drive it home, or is something gonna pop up later on? And no, but you are really good.
Thank you. I appreciate your kind words, and you know,
and the guys too. By the way, I mean, yeah, all are great at what you do.
Yeah, we're not perfect, right? But we try our best, and I think that's what counts. A lot of people like that.
Yes, true.
Bluetooth connected.
It works.
Okay, nice, Justin. This sounds amazing, dude. It sounds really nice.
Thank you.
Yep.
Well, there it is.
I love it, man. It sounds good.
It's a simple single turbo setup, but
yeah,
it works. It works.
Nice.
Yes, sir. The shop car. Hopefully, you know, people get more. Wanting to get more into single turbo stuff down here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir.